If you look around the Big 12 so far, a lot of lower scoring games. You guys had one the other night, in the 60s anyway. I know that's defense. I know this league's good in that way. Do you think that fits you guys? Do you like that style? Do you prefer to play higher scoring games? Does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I think we knew going into conference play that the scoring was going to tighten up. Just teams are better defensively. Games are more physical. I think a little bit of that. We also don't have Remy, so I think the offense doesn't struggle. But he definitely adds a couple of shot making and getting downhill and speed that we don't have without him. So I think that we expected it to tighten up anyways, but then without Remy, I think it's been slower than usual, but we need to learn how to win games playing defense. And I think against Iowa State, and especially in the second half, we showed that we can do that.
Does this happen every year? Do you feel like that's kind of that transition? The points come down a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say every year. You go into conference play knowing that the defense will tighten up and that you're gonna have to win games, being physical. Just locking other teams up. And there's gonna be nights you don't hit shots. There's gonna be nights where they take players away. And stuff like that. So, like I said, it's a good thing that we get to learn that we need to win games on defense because ultimately that's what wins you championships.
How do you think KJ did in his first start? And what can he bring to the table for you guys moving forward?
I think KJ was great. KJ provides every game, a level of energy that not many players in the country can provide. And when he's that turned up and he's that athletic, he does a lot of things for us. He rebounds the ball. I think with more minutes, he'll get more loose balls and get more rebounds. But I think he was great. He's not going to try to do too much. He's a good passer, and like I said, just comes with energy that not a lot of players can get to.
If you look around college basketball, there isn't really a team that's separated itself. I mean, Baylor lost at home the other night. You got UCLA last night. When you win a game like you did the other night, at the last second, how important is it to win those games, especially at home?
Yeah, it's extremely important, especially this year in the Big 12. I think there's not much room for error. I think you're going to see a lot of teams lose more games this year. I don't think there's anybody untouchable or like my freshman year. I think us and Baylor were kind of ahead of the pack. I think there's a lot of teams that can beat a lot of people. You see Tex, got a big win against Baylor. So there's gonna be teams that go down. I think more this year. So winning those games are really important just to stay ahead of the pack. Obviously, we dropped one early, and that's not what you want. But you got to have some luck. Teams got to help you out, to win. But so it is big to win those close games.
CB, two questions. If Remy's not available, what can you and Oaks do to maybe help one or when they pressure him? And then the second part is about Bobby and what you've seen from him and his upside.
Yeah, I think all of us are capable of bringing the ball up the court if we need to. We just got to help one. They're going to try to pressure the West Virginia's always been like that. So just bring the ball up the court, taking care of it, and then helping Juan get into offense, which we can all do. We're all capable of. Bobby's been great. He didn't get much practice time going into the last game, and he's going to keep learning. And conference play is going to be tough at first for him, but we all knew that. Joe was great in practice yesterday. So we're pretty confident in all the guys that we have bringing up the ball and getting us into offense. Ochai is continue to take a lot of pressure off of Juan just by hitting shots and being Och. So if we can do those things, keep playing downhill, and not have to worry about the offense as much, scoring and transition and getting back to those things, I think that'll help Juan too.
In the last game against Iowa State, second half defense looked completely different for you guys. I mean, you really made it difficult in Iowa State to score. Is there anything said at halftime or anything you did differently that made your defense so effective?
No, I think we took the pressure up and then paid a little closer attention to detail on switches and stuff like that than we have. But we weren't great. We watched the film and we went back and there's a lot of things we could clean up. So there's still steps that we can take and so much room to grow, which is great. But I think our effort level in that second half was really good. We did a good job talking. Like I said, just playing hard. They hit some tough shots down the stretch. Brockington went on like 4 shots in a row, whatever it was. So he hit some tough shots, but I think our energy level and just committing to playing defense and getting wins on the defensive end was really important last game.
Maybe hard to say, but when you talk about cleaning things up defensively, how far away are you, do you think, from getting to that point?
I think they're just little things. You see, like I said, there's some switches that we could clean up. Just communicating earlier. but every team in the country has those things going on right now. I think that we're a little bit behind where we are normally, but we got guys that are starting to buy in and really, really working on it. I'll say for myself, I've been better offensively this year, but I know that I can be better defensively. So I'll take a lot of the blame for that, say that I can be better and I can play harder on the defensive end. And I know there's other guys that, that'll take ownership for it too. But I would say for myself that I think potentially I could be one of our best defenders. I got to really buy into that going forward.
So Ochai kind of let out a scream after making that deep three. Yeah, he hasn't always been kind of that type of player. I guess where is that coming from, and does it just come with the leadership role that he's bringing?
Yeah, I think I've spoke a couple times just about his mentality change and just seeing how hard he has worked for this. So it is good to see, especially when he's hitting shots, that emotion come out of him. It's built up in him. He doesn't do that often. And he's played so many great games this year that, in a big game like that, whatever he had 20 points, hit a couple big shots, hit a couple big free throws down the stretch. It's good to see him, let out that emotion. And that's who Ochai is now. He's really confident. He's playing great, hitting shots. And it's good to see him, especially when he's playing well, let out those yells and screams because, he's been playing really well.
Would you say he's playing with more swagger this year?
Yeah, he is. I would just say it's a confidence thing. Like I said, it helps when he's hitting shots, but he's doing so many other things like, game point gets downhill, gets fouled, hits 2 free throws, 2 really big free throws that we needed, caused, forced help for Juan to get downhill and hit the game winner. So all those little plays down the stretch for Ochai, not a lot of people see those things, but, Ochai made those plays. And that's something that, going forward, we're going to see a lot of Ochai doing. He's doing great. So yeah, he is playing with a higher level of swagger, but he's really confident in what he's doing.
Top focus for tomorrow.
Say it again.
Top focus for tomorrow.
Win. I think you've seen there's you going into these Big 12 games, you don't really know what to expect. You don't know if you're going to hit shots. If they're going to hit shots. There's going to be different ways you got to grind out wins. And we're working on a lot of different defenses and stuff like that. Just to be ready for anything. There's so much talent in this league this year, and every team's good, so you got to expect different things. But you got to go into the game knowing that you got to be flexible. You got to be ready. Guys got to be ready, especially when players are down. So people got to be ready to step up. But we're just focused on getting everything tightened up so we can get a win, and that's really important going forward.
Coach's mantra of getting 70% of the 50-50 balls that target. And we didn't do that and love it, but we kind of pulled that out. Real kind of perception of being one of the guys that does that. Can you talk about improving that area, maybe the next guy underneath you as far as getting those 50-50 balls and looking ahead in that stat?
Yeah, I think we took another step last game in getting those those 50-50 balls last game too. I think I can do better than that in that department too, and get back to where I was. So I could do better in that. But I think you saw KJ, does a really good job getting 50-50 balls, and that's something that he really brings to our team. You saw Bobby Petterford laid out for a ball last game that was bounced on the floor. J. Cole got on the floor for that same ball. So, I think we're taking the right steps. Like I said, there's still things to tighten up, but you can see the effort for sure from each player.
All right, thank you.